It's week 12 of the NFL. Running back, he's coming off a nice showing last week. Racked up a lot of yards and reached the end zone once. It's the Dolphins and the Jets, and it's kicking off next on Madden NFL 24.
We're situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Today, a fun matchup in the AFC East as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the New York Jets. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you look at this Jets ball club. They come in playing pretty good football, winners of 4 of their last 6 games.
And last week, they put together a 3-touchdown victory, and were never challenged in that game. Let's see if they have a little bit of a letdown here.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Dolphins, they're hitting their stride of late, winners of 3 of their last 4.
And last week's win was indicative of how good this team can be. It was a complete performance. The NFL's first ever Black Friday clash. The Dolphins and the Jets underway here at MetLife Stadium.
And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Now the new-look Jets ready to go on offense, and it is the veteran Aaron Rodgers at quarterback.
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception.
But that's the ratio you say you're okay with, right?
If you go 3-1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of the season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver publicly. But behind closed doors, he probably told his agent, hey, what's the deal? I should have had a perfect game.
Yeah, he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. On play action, it's Rodgers. Able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A Jet first down, 18 big yards that time. Rodgers now to throw. Finding Hardman here over the middle. And he's brought down. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 43. Now a late signee let go by Minnesota in June. It's Dalvin Cook. Still on his feet. The way in. Touchdown, New York. Dalvin Cook. His 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets are on the board first here this afternoon.
Bottom line, when you play a runner with these talents, you've got to be able to wrap up and get him on the ground. Or the first person who gets there, hold him up long enough for the next wave to get there and get him down. Otherwise, he will continue downfield and find pay dirt.
Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. He's got it, and the Jets lead 7-0. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it's capped off by the touchdown run coming from Dalvin Cook. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Braxton Berrios selected to bring it out. Now a hit and a so they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. And the drive starts with a run from Achane. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. These are his numbers from last week's contest. And Charles, how do you think he ran the football?
I thought he definitely had his moments. I did think that they could have utilized him a little bit better, and I'm definitely going to keep an eye on him to see how they're going to use him this week.
Right back to Achane on second down. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. When you talk about this Jets defense, they were terrific last week against Buffalo in that victory.
And all defensive teams that I know talk about creating turnovers, takeaways they call them. And anytime you can get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really, really good performance. They exceeded that number in a big way.
A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Well, they just watched the other team take the ball downfield and score, so they knew that this drive, this opening drive, was on them. And, boy, that was important to pick up that 1st down there and keep this one going.
Now Achane on 1st and 10. And taken down just shy of the 40. This defense for the Jets, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just match protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. He'll get this into the hands of Braxton Berrios. That he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down. Still leaves him with 4th and short. Any chance you go for it?
It's definitely in the back of my mind. In fact, I've discussed it with my staff all week long, different situations that I may want to go for it. Where's the ball in the field? Do I have confidence in my trigger guy? What am I going to do? I'm also talking about my analytics department. What are the odds? If I don't get it, what's it going to do to me the rest of the game? Personally, I end up taking all that, putting it in my head, and making a decision. And you know me, I'm probably going to go for it.
Wow, you want to make an opening drive statement.
Yes, I do. Once I have the ball and I've got it on the move, I don't want to just give up that easily.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a 1st down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
Now a throw here to his running back. So the completion good for 7 there, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Rodgers. A short throw to Conklin, the tight end. The numbers for him from a week ago. 7 catches, 69 yards.
And he's able to pull that last pass in, but this is usually a pretty tough unit to try and maneuver against. They're the top 10 in the league against the pass, and you and I both know there's not much difference between 1 and 10.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
Rodgers to throw once more. Open man here is Conklin. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Throwing is Rodgers. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And CD, defensively, you're going against a hot quarterback coming off a 3-touchdown game in a victory a week ago. But what's the big key for them to try to slow him down?
You ask all the tough questions, don't you, partner? Because with this guy, if you blitz him, he takes advantage of that man coverage and burns you. But if you bring on those extra DBs, he sits back there and does what he wants. To me, it's going to be those DBs. When they catch the ball, big-time tackles really put it on those receivers.
Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. He completes that to Garrett Wilson. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
To throw is Rodgers. And it is caught. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 50 catches for him now on the year. He's got a 1st down.
And coming into this ball game, this was an offense that wasn't just talking about the possession battle, and they've done so here. This drive's taken up quite a bit in the first quarter. Now they are set up first and goal.
Now Rodgers. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week, and we just saw their first one of this game.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on second and goal, back even further. Throwing now is Rodgers. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Their partner guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage.
Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Nico Hardman, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jets lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game.
Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, and not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced a punt to get the ball back, and they've played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. The 21. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. The last series for them a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave them with a second and just a few inches left.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa.
Got a man. It's Berrios complete. So he stopped for no gain. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
They'll run for it with Achane.
And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Well, it wasn't a goal line situation, but how about the goal line formation on 3rd and short? They went in and went heavy. No surprise I knew he was going to get the football. How about the power exhibited there?
Yeah, that was just put a hat on a hat, drive forward. Nice job to pick it up. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Tua sets up to pass it. They'll let this go deep for Waddle.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. They fake the handoff. Now Tua steps away. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
Well, there were a couple of extra defensive backs in the game, so he really had nowhere to go with the football despite his search for an open receiver. So he has to take off and run for it, but he comes up well short of the line to gain.
Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down.
They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10.
There's McCole Hardman as he brings this offense onto the field yet again.
He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally, he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that, too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in this zone here and call it a day, because otherwise he can really decimate them.
Better believe they are well aware of his playmaking ability.
Rodgers throw into the hands here of Hardman.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, it's a give to Cook.
And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. A gain of just 1.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
On second down, it's Cook again. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They'd have the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field.
They'll start in excellent field position following the INT.
After the turnover, it's Tua.
And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down.
A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up second. Here's Tua.
They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. Looking to pass. Tua.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
A run straight ahead with Achane.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Short throw there caught by Thomas. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3 and he got 3 barely. But the mark shows first down.
2 minutes to play first half. It's 14-0. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Tagovailoa to throw.
A short one there, caught by Granson.
So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 22-yard line.
Tua going to throw. And he'll complete this one to Berrios. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
First down, Dolphins.
Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua.
They set up the screen. Achane has it.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
From the 9, 2nd and 5.
Tua to throw again. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. Now Tua. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Sanders' kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. Now Rodgers. And able to find out on his own. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And that's a wise decision. Remember, he threw the pick on the last drive. This time he says, I'm not forcing one. I'm just getting it out of here.
Back to the air on second down. It's Rodgers.
Taking in left side, it's Wilson.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. Zerline's kick is up and through. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So a big play before the end of the half to get them into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
So we've hit halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the home team, the Jets, leading this one. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get our tour started out at Venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. And that one is still scoreless as they play in the second quarter. From there, we're off to check out another game. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. We were treated to a strong first half from the new Jet, Aaron Rodgers. He's got a touchdown pass on the ledger as his guys were able to build a double-digit.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
17-3 the score as we resume action for the second half on EA Sports.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Dolphins getting set to go back to work here in quarter number 3. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all. 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 30-yard line.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. A run with Mostert up the middle. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So here are the Jets now to take over. They were winners a week ago against Buffalo, and they lead here with a 1st and 10. Throwing is Rodgers. That's to Cook out of the backfield. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. To throw, it's Rodgers. He'll get this to Lazard. So it's a gain of 12 there on the reception. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. So it looks like somebody may have forgotten the snap count, and a 5-yard penalty ensues. That's on the guard, Laken Tomlinson. Here comes 3rd and the length of the football. To throw is Rodgers. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. This defense coming out after the half, and if that plays any indicator, Charles, maybe a little refreshed and refocused here for quarters 3 and 4.
Yeah, they did really well on that one. That's exactly what they need to keep doing if they want to change their fortunes in this game.
Here's Thomas Morstead now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and it'll be Dolphin football. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his 2nd one.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. He'll dump this off to Cook. And he is going to lose yardage here. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
At the Dolphins' 35-yard line.
Rodgers now to throw. Caught by Wilson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A Jet first down, 18 big yards that time.
That's another beautiful throw right there. Gets it to his man right in stride. And I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm. They've been sharp. They've been on it. And they pick up another 1st down there.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's going to be a gain of 6 on the keeper, but it leads to a 3rd down. Throwing now is Rodgers. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Well, it looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Zerline's kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further.
So they got the turnover started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. Goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And, boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Dolphin got going a little early.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long.
Up the middle, Achane.
Only 3 yards on the pickup. They'll be left staring at a 3rd and 14. Not the start to the drive they were looking for. That run doesn't do much at all.
No, not at all. And it leaves them with 3rd and long. And you know, this is the time of game where these drives really, really start to matter. They've got to make some moves.
And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return.
And the Jets will take over. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over.
And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Here's a quick throw out to Wilson. Options galore here. Second.
Now it's Rodgers.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they're able to move the sticks with a gain of 4 on 3rd and inches.
As they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's Jet football as they've got the lead here, and we get set to begin quarter number 4. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 35-yard line.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. And to the left side here, Wilson. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 25-yard line.
That's another Jets 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Now look out, Rodgers lost the football.
And one of the linemen on the other side is He's got it, and they will take over at the 26-yard line.
And this is where you need the quarterback to morph into being a running back. The ball can't be away from his body. It can't be loose. It can't be held like he's going to throw it. Tuck it away. Take care of it because he's going to run through a lot of traffic.
And if he doesn't take care of it, we're going to see less design runs like that. Miami set to take over. And the fumble recovery was an important first step, but still a huge fourth quarter hole to dig out of. Down 3 scores.
Go get the quarterback, D. They can't move the ball in our defense.
Following the fumble recovery, here's Tua. Short throw to the tight end Thomas. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 33-yard line.
Tua going to throw.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Here's Tua. He'll dump this off to Achane. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And he will have a Dolphins first down. Boy, that was a tough couple of yards to pick up, but they convert on 4th and 1. Achane gets it from the gun. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
At the 42-yard line.
Looking to pass. Tua. Getting this out to the flat. Mostert. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Now Tua. He'll hit Mostert again here. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's the second down and 9. From midfield, here's Tua. He'll swing this out to Mostert.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
4th down, 4th quarter. Here's Tua. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now Rodgers. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Andrew Billings able to drop him for a loss of a couple. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going.
And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down.
They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
So now factoring in the face mask, here's 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Cook.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down the game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
65 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
And a good job of just fighting through one tackle there to pick up about 3. 2nd down coming up.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the 2nd half shutout.
Yeah, I think their last points of the game.
No, but what a 2nd half, the adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the 2nd half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Jets, they just keep on rolling as they move to 9-2 with a win here. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, it's a loss that sets them back in their playoff push as they fall to 6-5.
And they'll try for a better outcome next week as they head to D.C. to take on the Washington Commanders.
That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.